Okay, let's do this. So SoFi became a bank, and while we were thinking that SoFi will touch the all-time high after the charter news, but market had something else in store for us. Right after the charter, we did not only drop, but we saw some all-time lows, and that was not fun and not cool. So we'll look at some data and few things that happened with the stock during this period. Let me share my screen, and if you enjoy content like this, then please hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and for more in-depth SoFi conversation, please consider joining our Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. Okay, so let's start here. This is a chart for SoFi on your screen from last 1 month. And on a daily chart, you can see how price touched almost $10.51 on January 28th. Take a look. So it was $10.51 on January 28th right here. And then on January 20th, we were almost $16.47. That's a huge drop in just, I would say, 8 days. Just think about it. In 8 days, we dropped all the way from 1647 to 1051. And if somebody was to time the market, then you can see, right, this was an amazing entry point. Again, more on that in just a bit. Along with that, you can also notice that RSI of SoFi stock has been as a roller coaster as well. We were in the deep oversold category multiple times in past 1 month. That means stock was signaling that it's deep undersold value. But stock price was still at like $13. Then the next time we got in there was $12. Then again, we got in there at the same oversold category. We were at $10.51. So of course, the prices were looking to get into the stock better and better every time the RSI was dropping. And that's what freaking some of the investors out, thinking that should they get in or not. Of course, I have a sizable position in SoFi. I didn't sell anything. I didn't get out of anything. I'm holding on to it. I wish if I had more money to kind of add at these levels. Of course, it was so juicy. But again, it was juicy right here too, somebody can say, because the RSI was really down. The MACD was in negative territory. And we could see that the stock was climbing up after that. But again, market conditions were so different that everybody was freaking out about what's going to happen with the market. Now, along with this, something else happened as well. More and more shorts started to get together and started to like SoFi stock. So let me share some details along with few timelines. So right here is the short interest on SoFi, and I pulled this data yesterday, and as you can see, the short interest on SoFi is about 71 million shares, up by about 8 million shares. So in the last, I would say 1 month, the shorts have really taken over, thinking by almost 8 million more shares that SoFi stock is going to go down. Now, along with that, short interest ratio is 2.23. That means, and the ratio means that how many days will it take for shorts to cover, and it's about 2.23, which is in line with the daily volume of about 35 million, and it's about 71 million share that's shorted. And then percent float is 12.27. One thing I want to make clear that if you look at something like Tattooed Chef, their short or percent float is about 30%. So SoFi is not even close to any kind of short squeeze in the short term for sure, because the short or the percent float is very low for SoFi to be in that category. Anything over 30 or 40 is really, really high probability of short. That also is never guaranteed. I mean, I have some stocks that I have seen that has 90% of percent float, and still short squeeze isn't happening because the price is not going up and market is just neglecting those stocks and just moving on. Along with that, take a look here. So this is a data of short interest on SoFi. And as you can see, we have continuously gone up in the shorts. And since July, as you can see, this is 715 right here. The stock price was about $16 and we had about 11 million shares shorted. Since then, we have gone consistently up from 11 to 15 to 20 to 24 to 30 to 46, 45, and then 56, 63, and now we are at all-time high of about 71 million shares. So as you can see, the short interest has really gone up recently, especially given the market conditions. Of course, a lot of shorts came into the market when they saw the downturn and everybody was getting out of low profit and no profit, high valuable stock or high growth stock. And that's when people started to short more and more, as you can see over here. So this has been really, really interesting time for shorts. And I'm kind of eager or curious to see what's going to happen in the coming months, because it's clear that a lot of people are betting that the stock is going to go down. Well, let me rephrase. A lot of people were betting till about January 14th that the stock will go down. But internally, things are changing. Next, what I'm about to show you is going to cheer you up. So let's take a look at this. So right here is a total option volume. You can see total option volume on SoFi as of yesterday. I took this screenshot last night, so you can see total calls for about 230,000. Total put were about 70,000 and total options traded were about 300,000. On that, the open interest on call is almost double as open interest on put. That means people are getting more and more bullish for the future of SoFi in the next few months. Let me share some more data on that. So as you can see right here is the most popular options with the open interest, and of course volume you can track over here. So this is volume right here and this is open interest. The highest open interest is 18th March $15 call, and I've shared this in the past too. About 49,000 open interest and the volume is about 6,600. Now the volume was really high for this, and of course some people have taken these off the table because we have seen the price go up and people have profited from it. Think about it, right? If you were to sell this or buy this call on January 28th when the stock was about 1051 and right now stock was trading yesterday at about 1250, you can imagine that this call would have been like gained so much, almost see 37% change right here. So this is really interesting. Then we have some puts as well, and this put that you see over here 19 Jan 2025, this is a put somebody is selling like cash secured put because we have open interest over here. You're getting $16. This is amazing price. Like you're getting $16 per contract for selling a January 2024 $25 put. Again, January 2024 $17.50 put, still getting almost $9. This is amazing. But again, if you have money, you have been on the sidelines. We all have been invested in buying the dip. So I'm kind of looking at it and getting excited about the positions that I have right now because that gives me proof that there are a lot of people that are bullish on SoFi going forward. Now let's take a look at some of the trades that happened yesterday. So this is option activity yesterday on SoFi. The most popular option right here, which had almost 824 contracts, were 18th Feb $12.5 calls. Somebody betted almost $83,000. 18th Feb is not too far, just in 2 weeks, and somebody is betting that the SoFi stock is going to be $12.50. Now, it was already very close to money yesterday. So if this call was traded yesterday, that means the person who bought this call paid almost $1 for this call. That means like $83,000, and they're betting, and it's a block trade, so they're betting that SoFi is going to be higher by 18th Feb. That's of course the intention in a way. And then after that, the second most popular call was about 18th March, $12.5 call, again 364 contracts or about $62,000. I saw one put over here which is 18th Feb, a $12 put, and this could be a very well hedge of somebody's position because now the stock has crossed $12. They probably, or their buy price was $12. They're like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy the put. See, that's the thing, you cannot tell if it's a buy or a sell, but of course I always say this, that if it's a sell, then somebody's buying. So I always consider that as a buy, even for a put it's a buy because somebody is buying that put. So that's why I feel that we are seeing some bullish activity, even though there is only like 2 puts over here, majority of the calls, and then actually 3 puts over here. And as you can see that we have also concluded that calls are much more active on SoFi as compared to put just yesterday. I will be tracking this data today as well, just to see what kind of change we have. Either we get more bullish on this or people are taming their bullishness in a way. And then I will also see what's the most popular option being traded in terms of the volume. Because if you look at the volume, the most popular option is 18th Feb $20 call. Has about close to 9,000, even though open interest is about 20,000, but the volume is about 9,000. That means there are more and more people, those who are buying, because it's just so cheap right now. So if you buy this, you have very little to risk. And of course, if the price goes up, you have more to gain. That's why you see more and more volume coming in on the stock at this level. So I also noticed something very bullish projection, or I would say I also noticed something very bullish for SoFi's Q4 from Wedbush, which I will include more details in the earning expectation video that I'm doing next. So please subscribe if you enjoy content like this. I'm sure that you must also be scratching your head and questioning that should I get in now? And I'm not just talking about SoFi, I'm talking about a lot of many other stocks. Or are we going to see more pain? Here's the short answer. Even the big short analysts are scratching their head and questioning themselves. I'm seeing a lot of chatter where Chinese tech stock is consolidating, which is a good sign. That means that we are at the peak bottom or very close to it. A reversal is near, but only time will tell when we will have some enthusiasm back in the market. Today could be the day where we can see the second day rally, or the market could sell off. Well, we'll find out when buyers will end their strike for more than a day. I hope you liked today's video and I provided some value. If you enjoy content, then please hit the like button and consider subscribing. As always, a pleasure to share. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.